we continue to press for answers about the mass vaccination site here at the Spokane Arena. Tonight, we have new information you need to know.
Most Spokane voters should be receiving ballots in the mail soon for a special election in February.
We'll be breaking down school levies that you'll be seeing on your ballot.
We're still on track for a colder weekend with some low temperatures down into the teens. That should lead to our first snow chance of the month.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Welcome everyone. I'm Whitney Ward. We begin tonight 3 days after the state named the Spokane Arena as a mass COVID vaccination site. Now we are starting to get some answers about how it's all going to work.
This week, our Amanda Rowley is pressing for answers to your questions about the site. She joins us live from the arena tonight with new information. Amanda?
Good evening. We now know Chaz Health will be leading operations at the mass vaccination site here at the Spokane Arena. Now, their spokesperson told me they are eager to get things up and running, but there are still a few more details to get ironed out. But here's what they were able to confirm with us today.
The Washington Department of Health expects mass vaccination sites like the Spokane Arena to open on Monday. But Chaz Health, which is leading operations at the arena, suggests it may open later in the week. When the site opens, people in Phase 1B Tier 1 will be able to get the vaccine. This group includes people over the age of 65 and people 50 and older who live in a multi-generational household. The site will be by appointment only. Chaz Health says vaccines will likely be administered indoors, not as a drive-through. It is still figuring out how eligible people can sign up for an appointment. They will announce this information later next week. While Chaz will be running operations at the site, it is working closely with the Spokane Regional Health District. The Washington National Guard will also be assisting with operations. The mass vaccination site is not the only opportunity to get vaccinated. The Department of Health encourages people who are eligible to contact a vaccine provider. You can find a list of those locations using the Phase Finder website. Keep in mind, though, you will need an appointment for the vaccine. The state says it may even take weeks before a vaccine or appointment is available in your area.
Now, Chaz says vaccine allocation to sites like this are made at the state level. Now, the spokesperson also says appointments will be scheduled based on the vaccine supply that's available from the state. At this point, it has not yet been able to confirm which vaccine it will be getting from the state. But of course, we'll continue tracking this information and find out how you can register for this site. Reporting from the Spokane Arena, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you very much. And right now, there is still drive-through COVID-19 testing at the arena through Chaz, and testing will continue there even when the Max Vaccine Clinic opens up. So to get a test, you must be symptomatic or have had exposure to someone who did test positive for the virus. Testing is open 7 days a week.
And since this pandemic first started here in Washington, we have lost nearly 4,000 people statewide. But today, Governor Jay Inslee says that there is still hope. He applauded the state for its progress on moving forward with distributing the COVID-19 vaccine. The State Department of Health also said earlier today that all nursing home residents in the state have now received their first doses. Washington is considered 13th in the nation for doses given to patients so far.
Well, we will see more doses when the federal government gives us more doses. I just can't create vaccines out of thin air, and that's the problem. So the whole state will see more doses when the federal government starts to produce more doses.
Governor Inslee also said in the past week, 16,000 doses of the vaccine had been distributed each day. By today, that number is expected to be closer to 25,000, and eventually the goal is 45,000 a day. Statewide pharmacies are also working hard to get people their shots, including at least 20 Costco locations. Safeway also administered more than 500 doses in just one day. To see if you qualify yet for your first dose of the vaccine, just go to krem.com.
It has been 1 year since the first U.S. case of the coronavirus was identified right here in Washington state. On January 21st of 2020, health officials reported that a Snohomish County man in his 30s contracted the virus after returning to the U.S. from Wuhan, China. The man traveled through SeaTac Airport on January 15th and later developed symptoms. He was hospitalized at Providence Medical Center in Everett before being released. It'd be another month until Washington's second coronavirus case and the U.S.'s first COVID-19 death were confirmed. But officials later said they believe the virus was already circulating before the Snohomish County case was identified.
And as we take a look at the numbers now, Spokane Regional Health District reporting 156 new coronavirus cases today and 11 new deaths. 2 of those were in young people. One was a child between the ages of 10 and 19. The other was in their 20s. Currently, 106 people are hospitalized due to the virus. And looking at the numbers in North Idaho, 137 new cases, as well as 5 new deaths. Currently, 58 people are hospitalized because of coronavirus in North Idaho.
All right, let's talk weather, shall we? Parts of southern Washington and Idaho could see small amounts of snow tonight. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick in the Outdoor Weather Center. And Thomas, what are we expecting here in the Spokane area?
Yeah, it was keeping tabs on Doppler radar all day today. And in Spokane, well, we had actually a mix of clouds and sunshine. That weather system that was just kind of grazing southern Washington was not ever going to make it this far north. No kind of precipitation expected tonight for Spokane. In fact, it is pretty much partly cloudy. I can actually see the moon basically straight above my head here in the Outdoor Weather Center. It's 33 degrees as of right now. To Doppler radar we go. Even some of the light snow showers and even light rain down on the Palouse starting to thin out quite a bit even as of this hour. Some leftover snow showers, especially close to Dayton and over some of the foothills of the Blue Mountains, that fizzling out pretty quickly for tonight. I'd be surprised if we had any leftover snow showers after about 10 o'clock this evening. We are set up for a pretty clear night tonight, but a very sunny day tomorrow. Temperatures still staying basically where they were and where they have been all week long, mid-30s for tomorrow afternoon. Enjoy the sunshine because we do get another and much better snow chance heading into the weekend. So the latest details on how much snow we are expecting across the region is all coming up in a few minutes.
We'll talk to you then, Thomas. Thank you very much. Today is the first full day in office for President Joe Biden, and he announced new executive actions that he has taken to combat COVID-19. The deadly virus has claimed the lives of more than 400,000 Americans so far. President Biden is warning there are still dark days ahead this winter. Natalie Brand is on Capitol Hill tonight, where more Biden cabinet nominees are under consideration.
Good afternoon.
President Biden spent his first full day in office laser focused on the coronavirus pandemic. The president signed 10 executive orders.
This is a wartime undertaking. Today, I'm signing an executive action to use the Defense Production Act and all other available authorities to direct all federal agencies and private industry to accelerate the making of everything that's needed to protect, test, vaccinate, and take care of our people.
After his remarks, the president and Vice President Kamala Harris met with Dr. Anthony Fauci and his coronavirus team.
One of the things that we're going to do is to be completely transparent, open, and honest. If things go wrong, not point fingers, but to correct them.
Here on Capitol Hill, the newly Democratic Senate with a 50-50 split continued its work of considering the president's cabinet nominees.
At his Senate confirmation hearing, Transportation Secretary nominee Pete Buttigieg emphasized the importance of infrastructure in the fight against COVID-19.
Safety is the foundation of the department's mission, and that takes on new meaning amid this pandemic.
The bill is passed.
The House and Senate approved a legally required waiver to allow retired Army General Lloyd Austin to serve as defense secretary, even though he's been out of uniform less than the mandated 7 years. The Biden administration's first Senate-confirmed cabinet pick, Avril Haines, will be sworn in as the first woman to serve as director of national intelligence. The White House confirms President Biden plans to ask Trump appointee Christopher Wray to stay on as FBI director. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has presented a proposal to Majority Leader Chuck Schumer to delay the start of former President Trump's impeachment trial until February. It's still unclear when House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will send the article of impeachment over to the Senate.
Back here at home, middle and high school students in the Coeur d'Alene district will return to 4 days of in-class learning at the start of the second semester, which starts on February 1st. This change is because of a unanimous vote by the school board during a workshop on Wednesday. Students will now be physically in a classroom 4 days a week. Wednesdays, though, will continue to serve as a remote learning day. This adjustment includes a targeted approach to quarantine levels and monitoring each individual building using the district's data tracking tool.